Cinema Shogun here, and who here knows the number one rule of Fight Club? If you know the number one rule of Fight Club, drop it down in the comments below. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button because we need to start getting those likes up on these videos. But for those of you all who may not know, the number one rule of Fight Club is that you do not talk about Fight Club. Well, apparently, some kids at the J. Michael Lunsford Middle School in Virginia did not get the memo. Because it turns out they were running an underground Fight Club within their middle school. And the crazy part is, the parents were in on it as well. They even would host fights at their houses. And they would bet on these fights. Now, some fights took place at the school. They would take place in the hallways, in the bathrooms, you name it. But other fights were scheduled. I mean, they came up with entire brackets. This is like UFC Junior, the mini-me of UFC. A bunch of 12-year-olds knocking each other out while parents get drunk and watch. I mean, this is insane. And today is Saturday. It's really rainy where I live. There's some crazy stuff going on in the world, but sometimes I like to cover a fun news story. And this, I don't know if it's your idea of fun, but it's definitely funny to me, thinking about parents helping to run an underground fight club for middle schoolers. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive right into this article. Middle school students in Loudoun County, Virginia, have created fight clubs that include brackets, betting, and challenges. And some parents are not only aware of the fights, they are allowing them to happen within their homes, and they are betting on them as well. J. Michael Lunsford Middle School Principal Carrie Sims warned in a letter to families that these fights have taken place in the school's hallways and bathrooms and more. Sims also said the fights are occurring in some of the students' homes with parental knowledge. Many parents are well aware of their child's participation in them. Some are even hosting these events in their garages or basements. When your children create TikToks and Instagram pages using Lunsford's name and then attempt to hold these fights in our hallways and bathrooms, we will take action. The principal said the school held a reset on Friday in which students came in and reported directly to the advisory and were not allowed the usual 20 minutes of free time in the morning to socialize. Unfortunately, some students created a very unsafe environment and situation for all, and we needed to be able to start our education for the day in a calm manner, Sims said in the letter. Loudoun County Public School spokesperson Dan Adams says that violent behavior, fighting, and its promotion on social media have no place in our school community. We take matters that involve the safety of students and staff, both physical and emotional, seriously, and will continue to enhance our efforts in cultivating a culture of kindness, inclusivity, and affirmation for every member of our student body and staff. Yeah, it sounds good. How in the hell did you allow a organized fight club to literally take, not only did it manifest itself within your school walls, you allowed these fights, these scheduled fights, to take place within. Now, I was a kid before, and I was a rowdy young one, okay? I got in my fair share of fights. I got kicked out of school for fighting in school multiple times. Things happen. One thing that we did not have when I was a kid was fight clubs. where we would actually have brackets and schedules of when we were going to fight who. And our parents damn sure weren't betting on our fights. But that's what's happening here in Virginia. And you know what? I have to look at you all with a side eye, Virginia. What in the hell y'all got going on? Huh? What y'all got going on up there? Middle school fight clubs? Parents betting on the fights? What is going on in Virginia? I mean, honestly, I know this story is bad. It's wrong. Obviously, we don't want our kids participating in fight clubs and things of that nature. I understand the dangers of this. But at the same time, I have to be honest with you all and say that I find this story rather hilarious. And in a time where there's all of this other crazy stuff going on in schools, it's sad that an underground fight club is the least of my worries. I'm more worried about what those teachers are teaching kids as opposed to parents betting on their children fighting at school. But imagine being that parent. The parent that's like, yeah, all right, yeah. We want to host 11-year-old fight clubs. You call all your buddies over, you get blackout drunk, and you watch a bunch of middle schoolers knock each other out in the basement. Like, I don't know, Virginia. Y'all got some explaining to do for this one. This is some backwoods, backcountry type nonsense. But you know what? Like I said, it's hilarious to hear about. And it almost seems unreal. I hope one day they make a movie about this, because this is definitely movie material. If this isn't movie material, then what is? We have actual parents running a fight club of middle schoolers. They created brackets. There's weight divisions, belts, you name it. Actually, in many ways, and in some weird ways, it's almost as if they're learning more from this than they do from school, because they've done a great job at putting this together. Middle schoolers who are able to set aside their differences enough that they create brackets and scheduled fights and then, I guess, go about their day afterwards. I'm not saying it's a good thing. Please don't get me wrong. But damn, I'm kind of proud that they managed to make such a structured event here. I think Dana White at the UFC would be proud. I think this sounds more exciting than modern day boxing. Name one boxer in modern day. Most of you can't, because there's not really any electrifying names out there. You know, I believe that there is a void within combat sports, and middle school fight clubs can definitely fill that void. I can't even say it with a straight face. Obviously, I'm halfway joking here, but like I said, I find this situation hilarious. I hope all of these kids are okay. And if we got underground fight clubs happening in middle schools, what else in the hell is happening at these schools? We need to find out. Let me know your thoughts about this, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I will talk to you all in the next video.